EEE EDC back again with another knife video. So this is the RJ Martin Overkill from Shirogorov. This thing is amazing, okay? This is just the detail that Shirogorov puts into its collaboration knives is amazing. Look at these micro milling marks on here that go sort of all around here. You've got this nice, regular, I guess, satin titanium, I guess, finish over here. And then you've got more of the milling here. Nice milled titanium clip that it doesn't sit too high, goes in and out of the pocket real easily. You've got the grind here. It's sort of like a two-tone grind. As you can see, this you've got like mirror polished flats, and then you've got like a satin bevel here. And Shirogorov does a great job getting these really thin edges that just cut very, very well. These collaborations often come with this single roller bearing action, which, you know, it's not as drop shut as the multi-row bearing system action on these, on Shiro's other knives, but it feels more premium. The roller barrels definitely feel more premium. I was wondering when I got it why they use the multi-row bearings on, you know, on the lower end they use the single row, then they have the multi-row, and they have the single row rollers, and then they have the multi-row rollers. So I was wondering why the production or the mid-tiers have the multi-row bearings, and the single row bearings are reserved for the sort of the higher end collaborations, until I got this knife. Because once I got this, I sort of understood. It is a more premium feel, right? And at first I pulled it out of the box and I was sort of disappointed. I'm like, oh man, I was expecting drop shot action. And that's not what this is. It's a premium rolling butter action. And you know, once you get used to that, you just feel the premium in here, and it's totally worth it. This is an RJ Martin design, classic RJ Martin design. You know, sometimes some knives you look at and you can tell right away that it's an RJ Martin design. This is based off his custom, the Overkill, and so this is the Russian Overkill because it's Shirogorov. Shirogorov's Russian, yeah. So this is just a beautiful, beautiful knife. A couple of you know, like I said, the build quality, the action on this are really the strengths. The drawbacks on this are going to be the detent is a little soft on this. I've seen other people that have a better detent than I do on mine, but the detent is a little soft. If I light switch it, there is no problem. If I push button it, there is no problem. But if I put a little less gusto on it, it doesn't fire all the way. And you know, at this cost, I would have expected a perfect detent. So that's a knock on it. Also, the proprietary hardware. You know, you can really damage the pivots here, and where is it? And the other hardware here, unless you have the special pen, which is basically a tool that they sell for like $300. So you need a $300 tool, just like, you know, the Microtech tool, in order to disassemble this. So you really have to have a lot of Shiros in order to want to buy that tool. And there's a separate tool for Sinkovich designs. So, you know, I don't love the way they do that, but that's okay. The quality otherwise is quite astounding. So there's that issue. The other issue, obviously, is the flipper tab on here in true RJ Martin style is really, really peckerish. It would really bother Nick Shabazz if he was here, but he's not here, so it doesn't bother me that much. But it is something to be aware of if that's something that bothers you. The jimping on here is fantastic. I really don't have much to complain about here. The back spacer is nice. The anodizing on it is a nice muted color. This is just a really nice knife all around. These were, I believe, $1,550 or $1,600 when they landed, and I've seen them fluctuate from $1,300 up to $1,800 on the secondary market, mostly hovering around that $1,600, $1,500 to $1,600 mark in sales. But I've seen plenty go for $1,600 to $1,700. Really, it seems to be a sweet spot recently that I've seen, save for one $1,300 sale. That was a sort of an outlier. But yeah, this is an excellent knife. Really, really high end, and the price tag to match. Are there other knives I would buy for the same $1,300 or $1,600 or whatever it's going to be? Yeah, and you could buy a lot of good ones. You could buy a bunch of Hinders. You could buy several Hinders and Chris Reeves, or you could buy, you know, different Shiros that are also good. I have the 110 kickstop here, which you may want to take a look at. These run a little bit more expensive on the secondary, but are excellent knives and have a few more features like contoured titanium and everything. Whereas these are contoured, but it's mostly flat, right? You can see there's like a ridge here, and then it runs down and down. Whereas here, it's more curved and contoured. So you have those that you can buy. You have, you know, you can get custom Recentis for this price range. There's a lot you can do in this price range, and it is a lot for what ultimately amounts to a production knife. It's a limited production knife. I think there were only like 200 or 300 of these made, but it's a limited production knife. But it is nonetheless a production knife, and you know, you can get some really nice customs for the same price. So just keep that in mind. Do I recommend this? Look, if you like the design, this is a really enjoyable knife for the money. It is, despite being a production knife, the action on it is luxurious. The build quality on it is luxurious. Everything about it is luxurious. Even though RJ Martin has more of sort of like a tactical, you know, style to him, which is interesting that these came together to do that. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Hope this has been helpful. I'm going to do a close-up of the knife just because it's one of those knives that a close-up might help. And so I'm going to do that real quick, and then I'm going to end the video. Thank you guys for watching. Go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscription and the notification bell. Let me know what you think of this knife and whether you would spend the money on it. Thanks so much.